Hello, Twin Flames. Hope you're all doing well. I felt inspired yet again after flipping through my newly purchased tarot guidebook to fulfill one of the offered tarot spreads that comes with it in order to achieve a great bulk of things throughout the process of channeling information from it. This one in particular being majorly directed towards the divine masculine polarity of the union and performed for those in the Twin Flame Ascension Collective suffering from what I'm calling old Fae disease and new old Fae disease along with them, which I've noticed many people, not just in our Ascension tribe alone, but throughout the entire world, have been infected by unknowingly, causing them to have all kinds of behavioral problems that adults of age should either not have or should have outgrown by now, such as unnecessary phobias, OCD tics, and any kinds of behavioral problems that could throw you out of the bounds of life, make you miss out on important relationships and moments you're meant to have as a normal, thriving human being, and classify you in a category that you do not belong in as a being of great potential and a true chance at life, just like everyone else. This will also do its part to erase all karma that this has caused you, as it typically follows you from lifetime to lifetime, that's made you feel small, put you into strange, dull, almost colorless realities that you begin to identify with, polluting your heart with astral lies, and pulling you out of the sunshine the longer it stays untended to as a result. This was also constructed in a 5-card cross tarot spread structure within the Star Dream Tarot Deck Guidebook, which means we'll be using 5 cards like a spell to help us magically and powerfully cross over to the other side of a major reality we've long outgrown. So, without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and begin this process of healing so that you and your twins' recovery can begin to initiate sooner rather than later. The first card on our journey of pure, crisp mental health and sanity is the Queen of Pentacles, to address the question, what is my twin seeing in others that they can't see in themselves? What I am getting from the card is that various divine masculine twins in our tribe are failing to see the mysteriousness in people whenever exposed to them, making them bland, boring, and bound to old fae in this sector in this way at such a young age as an effect, which I'm going to ask to upgrade right now, so they will leave this sector of old fae while having their brain rewired at the same time, significantly clearing up their perception as well as their personality perception, so they'll receive an all-around upgrade in these important areas. And now they are even more young. I am also feeling the need for a toxic, diva Jezebel spirit needing to be bitch slapped out of key men within our tribe that feels like it came online, grew, and became active when they decided to allow their feminine sector to become distorted with the Lilith side and nature of female culture. Often found in gay, bisexual, or flamboyant twin flame males with androgyny imbalances that distorts their ego, their depth of perception, I'm being urged, sticking true to the question at hand, from leaning and catering to the entertainment industry's wild Jezebel nature, outlook, and even sometimes behavior patterns with pleasure, making them guilty because of this, honestly strange, and worthy of a swift, semi-severe judgment to be sent right their way, to set them straight on their path, convince them to make amends with the people they've harmed with their shade, and free them of their burdens and ties to Old Fae prison. Bitch tamed. To go forth, I am also getting that many divine masculine Christ counterparts ascending with us, the divine feminine, at this time have been failing to see the God in people as they naturally should be able to as God beings themselves, which is being conveyed to us by the regal stature of the tall, upright queen in the illustration, which also means that they are failing to see and come into their own God selves as a byproduct of this mirroring effect that naturally transpires whenever one comes into contact with another individual, which you can feel they truly like to come into right now on their own accord anyhow, just in time. So, since we've discovered this, I'm going to ask that their God selves comes online right now so that they'll leave the lower platform they were on in this important area to master as a divine being and ascend to their God selves, which should feel naturally fitting, snug, and like something that was just beneath the surface of ever reaching. And lastly, the colorful tones at the bottom of her dress is giving me the vibes of childhood youth, playground activities, alluding to us that they have also been failing to see the pure child within people as they are naturally meant to, as a starseed child themselves, in which I am going to ask to break right away this terrible curse, so that their natural childhood playground heart may activate within them once more, guide them all the way back home, and allow them to begin real life again. And now they are actually young. The second card to be of service to us throughout this mental health checkup, tarot reading, and psychic surgery session is none other than the major arcana of the moon to answer the question for us: what is the source of this projection? I immediately began to get the feel of city life, old earth, old face city life, and the toxic behavior that often stems within city structures and environments coming from the card illustration, which I'm feeling a few men within our tribe currently resides in and would love help moving away from, as they are already feeling the energetic shifts we've caused ourselves from these readings, pushing them forward towards their true destiny, towards us, their beloveds, inspiring them to move onwards in life with great urgency. With this is also the noise, chatter, and screechy atmosphere that comes with so called modern day city life, all matrix static and distractions, perfectly staged, as well as the look and feel of smog, which no one seems to ever take seriously or find dangerous for some reason, although it most certainly is, my guides are assuring me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there in the first place. This sensory overload, mixed with terrible pollution, just floating there every day, blessing everyone beneath in reverse, is most definitely not the place for an angel or a twin flame to be, which is why we are going to kick their asses out right now by extending them the perfect guidance to make these moves with great ease. And it is done. The third card in this 5 card cross tarot reading, to help us answer the question, what part of this projection can they reclaim, is the Nine of Swords. I begin to feel the energies of self image, which felt very young in its nature as it came through, perfect for the age range of the majority of twin pairs we have within our ascending twin flame ascension vehicle, as well as the need for them to shed and molt the layers of dead skin, dead earth, dead old fate earth, so that they may then grow into their true self image and begin to finally get to know who they truly are from this centered place, and truly love who they see in the mirror. And now they can wake up from being a zombie. I am also feeling the energies of exoneration needing to be had for certain divine masculine twins whom's been falsely incriminated and framed as of late due to the members of Old Fae, that being their so-called outdated, played out of style Old Earth friend group, labeling them as traitor in reverse, simply for finding the true love of their life for the first time ever, and in an interesting way, which is what life is all about and why they need to go. So I will initiate the abort sequence now. Mission complete. This will work to free their minds up from all forms of pollution formerly circulating here on repeat due to them being plugged into their friend group's slushy, etheric matrix lingo and immature thought system, you could call it, which we are going to completely dump onto them right now. All these kind citizens of Old Fae, so they may finally have their own etheric ceiling and lingo to play within, sift through, and claim their own. Amen. The fourth card in this mystical journey of slithering through the pipes of the Old Fae system is the Three of Pentacles, to answer the question, what feelings will they experience when they release this pattern? Right upon viewing the card, the color tone, feathers, vibe, and vibration of the card illustration sent waves of Native American culture throughout my veins, as well as the Native American spirit in general, which felt very sage in frequency when tapping into it, omnipotent, expansive, cosmic, and like it wanted to hit them straight in the heart in order to send them back to the old days of the ascension process. You know, the good vibes that used to come with, that made you feel outer space, yet thoroughly in your body in the best of ways, which is what it feels like they're out of touch with pure youth soul, is the most desperate for right now, in fact. Finally, right? When they finally hit home, this is when they will finally come into some form of sagement, mastership, just of this nature presented in the card, in order to glorify, commemorate, and badge them with all of their earnings for completing a great portion of Twin Flame Ascension like a boss. But it will manifest in such a youthful, hip, in the now, fresh, here in present way, true to their nature, and just what they need for the authenticity of it all, in which I'm going to gratefully set into motion for them right now. Now go get your sage. The last card to support us through this off the cuff, yet powerfully progressive mental health tarot reading, dedicated right from our hearts to our special 20s, is the commanding major arcana card Devil, here to address the final question of this successful 5-card cross tarot reading that asks, what could they gain, like a skill or knowledge, by reclaiming this projection? I immediately began to feel a Keeper of the Flame activation being produced from the card, stemming from the orange blotch of light towards the bottom of the illustration, which felt like there was an incredibly powerful dark and light integration due to unfold from within this activation for them, in order to sort of counter and back up the divine feminine Christ's prolonged process of light and dark integration and mastering. She, even if you are a gay or straight male in this divine feminine category, had to undergo all by herself throughout the first stage of the Ascension process 1.0. This will most definitely do its part to lend support to the other half of his sacred union, bringing them on the same page of occult knowledge, integration, and mastery beautifully, and allow them to open up their wings in technicolor ways, just as is depicted in the image, so they may then blossom into the Twin Flame Gatekeeper, Wayshower, New Earth, Middle Earth Guide, and servant of our fairy universal galactic district domain, even all those outward, that they are capable of being, in the most unexpected, unique, technicolor ways, strict to Blu-ray nature, in which I asked to all unfold before and within him right now. And now he is blessed, ordained, and ready for church. And that concludes your Twin Flame Ascension Energies update, Psychic Surgery Attunement, checking in and clearing out old Fae, old world pollution from our twins' consciousness system for their ascent and mental health. I hope that you both find all of these upgrades very beneficial for your journey, and that it carries you forth with longevity. Subscribe if you feel you receive a lot from these videos of mine. Comment down below if you have any questions or would love to chat about what you've gathered here today. Donate to my PayPal if you feel you'd love to commune and say thanks. And I'll be back here with more enlightening videos for the Twin Flame Collective in the near future. Bye now.